Hi, I'm Caleb Neal. I'm a technical media producer and I've worked at K8 for just over 4 years now. When I first started here, I was part-time as a production assistant, so I was doing smaller roles like audio operation, setting up microphones, setting up some of the studio. Now I'm a technical media producer full-time, which combines all of the previous roles I was doing plus a little bit more. Now I'm live directing the shows, audio producer, graphics operator, all of the above. And it's very different from what I once started with. It's a lot more responsibility, but I've been thankfully allowed to grow into the role and really grow as a producer. Production itself has changed a lot because all of the previous roles, we had an audio operator, we had a graphics operator, we had a director. All of those have since been combined into the TMP role, technical media producer role. Instead of having 3 people doing 3 separate jobs, it's all combined into one role.
Well, the TMP operator is in another room, and so they are vital to me at every second of the newscast. And communication, my job is communicating, but I can't do that well if I do not have the instruction from the TMP operators in the control room.
For the weather team and TMP, we have to work together beforehand to mold what the show is going to look like. Before they start programming the show, we can say, hey, I want this weather camera in Pocahontas because it's showing lightning, and I want radar here to show that storm. And then I want to walk over to the chroma key wall, and that's something that we have to plan ahead of time. So we work together as a team to make sure that all works out.
The way our new system works, our cameras will robotically operate and move to certain points based off of the way we program it. It's very nice to have that reliance on a software and not have to manually do it ourselves because it keeps a lot off our plate and allows us to focus on the other aspects of production. News is an ever-changing world. We might get breaking news 10 minutes into the show and we have to fit that in. It's important. We have to get that news out there.
News happens every second of every day, and we may go into a newscast and I know what's in that newscast, but while we're on the air, things happen and change. So they're my eyes and ears. They're letting me know what is going to happen, when it's going to happen.
Most of the time, everything's situated. Sometimes we have to change a few things around on the fly, but thankfully, after enough time and enough experience, I've gotten pretty okay and calm whenever there's things going wrong like that. During severe weather, the entirety of Region 8 is relying on our meteorologists and our TMPs, both at the director's chair or in master control, to make sure we have all our information getting to them as quickly as possible for literal life-saving information. The scale and the scope of that really, really matters.
The entire team is part of providing life-saving information. Quite honestly, I can stand here in front of a map all day long, but unless they're in there pressing the buttons and anticipating the next move, then we're not accomplishing the greatest task, which is helping the viewer through the storm.
So when we know that severe weather is on the way, our meteorologists keep us very informed of this is the timing, this is when we're possibly going to be needing to stay around. And as soon as it's time to go, everybody knows what they have to do. We've already planned it out and we just execute. It's that simple. Some of the things you don't really think about, the scale of our reach, you get wrapped up in the everyday part of your job, the actual production of the show, the little elements you need to get done, but you sometimes lose sight of the fact that you are streaming to thousands and thousands of people, which is more than your average streamer does, which is more than even a lot of the big streamers. The amount of market share we have is genuinely impressive, and it's really kind of forgotten about sometimes about the scale of the people we reach.
What's cool about here is when we go on for like a tornado warning, tens of thousands of people are watching. It's like live stream on steroids.
If you are a gamer, if you stream like on Twitch, things like that, this is the place for you. You should think about going into this avenue, this technology that is changing every day right now. The TMP is the cutting edge of all of it, and those skills are needed. We need you to help us move forward.
Working at K8 and Gray Media is very rewarding in many ways. It's a full-time gig. I'm paid very well and competitively, especially compared to where I started. We have very few part-time roles here, so when you're starting here, it's honestly a career.
There's all kinds of upward mobility in if you can switch, if you can do a game, Oh my goodness, what else could you do?
Pretty cool opportunity now that not a lot of people know about. You know, we've got so many kids that are trying to figure out, what do I want to do when I get out of high school? Do I want to go to college? Do I want to jump right into the career field? How am I going to work my way up? That type of thing. TMP has kind of changed everything because you now dive right into a career that's full-time, it's got benefits, and you can work your way up either here at the station or within the company.
I think one thing that makes this job so cool and desirable is it relies a lot on soft skills and passion for what you do. I think a lot of people who are technical media producers don't have degrees related to it or don't have a degree at all. They just have a passion for what they do. They have a passion for production, any aspect of it. And it can start in such a small way, but personally for me, it evolved over time into what I'm passionate about. Passion and creativity matters way more than a piece of paper in this role.
Really, the dream starts here. Whatever you would like to learn, if you enjoy something that's challenging, that every day you just wowed by, this is it. And really, it makes you feel like you're a part of a dynamic team, that you're making a difference.
I try to remind people all of the time, this doesn't just happen. What you're seeing on television is a very, very small piece of this entire team that is behind the camera.
For me, it evolved from when I was 15 years old in my childhood bedroom making gaming videos on YouTube to where I am today, where I'm directing a live show every single day that gets thousands of viewers. That's incredibly cool. That's something I never would have imagined was the natural progression, but it's truthfully amazing and it's been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Day to day, I enjoy the newscast production. It can be stressful, it can be hard, and sometimes you have to really be up to the last minute on getting everything together, but there's not a day I'm not proud of what we do. There's not a day where I feel like we didn't perform our best. I really, really enjoy and am proud of what we do here.